The financial crisis began in 2007 and the US could best be described as the epicenter of the crisis. The undercurrent were the subprime mortgage and the greed that spread from the main street to the Wall Street. Simply put, subprime mortgage is a loan given to people who are deemed to have poor credit history and would, under normal circumstances, be denied a loan from any bank. For this reason, they are charged higher interest because of the risk. But there came a time that these clients who were given the subprime loans could not pay back due to the high interest rate, thus leading to massive default in the US. The result was the collapse of several companies, including over 100-year-old financial company Lehman Brothers, leading to the loss of thousands of jobs. Developing nations had their fair share of the contagion that spread from the financial crisis in the West. It sparked high food and fuel prices, but the effect from these price hikes in Africa has been contained. Countries like Ghana, Angola, Uganda, Rwanda recorded high economic growth rates of about 8.9% on the average from 2010 to 2011. However, 4 years down the line, Europe is feeling the pain from the crisis. Today, Greece, Ireland, Portugal, Spain and Italy have become the face of crisis in the Eurozone. At the peak of the crisis in early 2008 and 2009, movers and shakers of the world's economy prescribed stimulus package as the panacea to navigate the global economy out of the muddy waters of recession. The dose worked for a while, but now there is a switch, with almost all the giant economies tilting towards austerity measures. And to the ordinary people in the Eurozone, austerity is nothing less than taking away the little they have been enjoying over the years, hence the rout and the strikes. According to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, aid to developing countries has dropped from 3.1% to 2.7%, and this is the lowest in 14 years. The upcoming meeting of the managers of the world's economy at the World Bank's headquarters in the US is expected to bring some relief to the people reeling under the pressure from the meltdown. High on the agenda of the World Bank IMF spring meeting will be the launch of the World Economic Outlook, the Global Financial Stability Report and Social Safety Nets. Though the World Outlook is yet to be launched, it is certain that Africa will continue to lead the world in terms of economic growth, but the food shortages being witnessed in the Sahel region will pose a threat to the region's growth. Besides, the agenda will be the issue of who will take over from the World Bank's president, Robert Zoellick, after 4 years in office. This meeting will be his last. He is expected to step down in June. Though the post has been the preserve of the US, this time round, Africa is presenting a strong candidate in the person of former Vice President of the World Bank, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. She went for interview on April 9th and will be awaiting results during the spring meeting as to whether tradition will continue or change. The chairman of the Parliamentary Network on the World Bank and the IMF, Mr. Kwabena Appiah-Pinkrah, believes that the time is ripe for a change of the baton from US leadership of the bank.
We had Kofi Annan doing a wonderful job with the UN. Today he is continuing doing similar things. In the diplomatic world, we are there. Africa is also there in the finance world. The lady must be given the chance.
Another phase of the World Bank in Africa is the Vice President, Mrs. Obiageli Ezekiri-Sili. She is also expected to leave the bank June this year. Ghana will be represented at the spring meeting by a delegation from the government side to be led by the Finance and Economic Minister and the Chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Finance, Mr. James Avaji, as well as the Parliamentary Network. Also, the World Bank new country director, Yusuf Crooks, will make his first appearance in Washington, D.C. as the first African to occupy the seat that oversees the bank's affairs in Ghana, Liberia and Sierra Leone. With a seemingly no end in sight to the financial crisis, perhaps the plight of these children in the Sahelian region will move these August gatherings to fast-track the resolution of the global financial crisis and restore the world's economy on the path of growth that will put food on the tables of these children. Edward Nyako, reporting for GTV News.